Yeah, I don't know if she was pregnant again or. I mean, yeah, that's something I don't need to talk about while I'm streaming. Not being rude, but hey, Aiden, how you doing? Hold your ear for a minute. I'm gonna move the mic. I'm just getting started here. Sometimes that moving around makes a lot of noise, in especially if you got headphones on. All right, I hadn't been on this one in a couple of days, so let's check things out. Growth. So it looks like we was at field 1, and that is wheat growth. Field 2 is growing. Okay. So doing good. Me, well, we're hanging in there. Um, my wife's dad's got cancer. He's in the hospital, and we dealt with that a little bit this afternoon, and try and get down to the hospital tomorrow. Um, you know, the health condition in the world is kind of crazy right now, and preventing kind of puts a damper on being able to go down there and see him. So we were working out details on that. Um, Aside from that, I was working on an episode for Oklahoma. I got all the little video clips put together. I got music put to a section of it, and I was ready to do the title. I was going to do like a title in motion kind of thing, and it froze on me. The program froze on me, so I lost all that work. I still have all the video clips. I still have them, but as far as like the actual editing part, I lost all that. So I will have to redo it, and I may just re-record it. I don't know, try and make it a little better. But that was kind of heartbreaking, frustrating. So it is what it is. I got halfway through the Reaper challenge last night, this morning, whatever it was, and yeah. Other than that, I'm doing okay, doing as good as we can be. We'll put it that way. So here we are on Fenton Forest. We're gonna try and get some money made. 179,000 is where we're at. Now this is just regular straw. I think we will try and sell it. Try to get to that 1 million mark, and then we can maybe open things up a little bit. Go on a shopping spree. Which, when it comes to buying farm equipment, $1 million don't last long, depending on what you're buying. But it was cool, man. I was trying to do some stuff like move the camera kind of like this and putting it to music, and there was I come down on the ground like I was in used F11 and went in flight mode, and I kind of stood still as the harvester like went by, um, and it wasn't a harvester, it was a cultivator, but the tractor with the cultivator. I had a good time. I was enjoying it, trying out some new stuff, and lost it all. But that's all right. After a while, I'll maybe after supper I'll take and I think what I'm gonna do is just re-record it and practice trying to make it shorter. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And when I go to edit, I'm actually gonna try and save it about every 15 or 20 minutes. We'll see how that goes. So if I lose it, I don't lose all of it. All right, I'm back. My wife was asking me about going and getting a pizza, and I was like, we can, you know. I'll probably stream for about an hour, I guess. And that probably. Hey, Harley, how you doing? Let's see here. I'm on this side over here. Only thing is, if you're moving the camera around, you want to be careful of time lapse. So I'm not doing time lapse, right? Um, I'm not. Me personally, I don't like time lapses for the most part. I would rather see somebody cut. We're hanging in there, Harley. Yep. So, um, we're gonna go see Sandy's dad tomorrow afternoon, and yeah. So that's well, big C word. Well, both C words. Um, Cancer and the CO. It's definitely the pandemic, whatever you want to call it, has definitely put a damper on things with his situation. So, but anyway, I don't like time lapses. That's just me. What I do is I've been cutting, like, I'll start the record and stop it, start it or whatever, or when I go to edit it, I'll edit parts out and, you know, combine the clips together, that kind of thing. So, and it's all new to me. I'm trying to. I hate the annoying music that people play in the time lapse. So I'm gonna have music, and it's not gonna be the best. Uh, we're trying to find a good site to pull music from that, you don't have to worry about. I mean, I'm gonna have to pay for it to get halfway decent stuff, but the music is, me personally, I think it makes a video better. But the problem with it is that, let's say I like country, you like rock and roll, somebody else likes hip hop. You know, it, when you go to put music in the video, it's kind of hard to make everybody happy. There's actually somebody that I'm subscribed to that I do not like their choice of music, and I don't watch all their videos, especially if they have that headbanging stuff in there. I'm like, okay, 30 seconds is all I can handle. So when the music comes on, I usually end the video. I'm lucky as I created my own playlist full of no copyright music. Yeah, well, that's good. So, if you go to a site where you got access to 4 million songs, how many songs you have to go through before you find one that you think would be good with your video? Um, the one that I tried out today, me personally, I kind of like the music, but hey, Funny Bone, how you doing? I kind of like the music, but I can't guarantee that everybody else is gonna like it. So it's excuse my language, but it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I think the important thing for me is that I'm trying to improve the content, and you have to realize that you cannot please everybody. So, and then the other issue that I have is a lot of the free music, copyright free music, sucks. Playing Car Mechanic Simulator, right on. Um, a lot of the copyright free music just sucks, or it's not. Would you harvest a field and listen to opera at the same time, or you know what kind of music would you play as you do stuff? The So then you have to find a site that you might have to pay to get a whole bunch of good tracks, and the the one that I looked at, or there's two that I looked at. One of them's $15.99 a month, and then the other one is um, $199 a year. So the one that's $199 a year seems to have a lot of good stuff on it, but it's $200, up front. And then the good thing about it is that whatever you download, during that 1 year period, and you know, let's say you only do it for a year, and then you let your membership or subscription, whatever, run out. You don't renew it. Whatever you downloaded in that year, you maintain the license for that music as long as you have it. And it's not just music that's only good for YouTube. You can do whatever you want with that music. Is You can cut it up, you know. Uh, what they said is that you have full rights to the music to do, you know, what you want, whatever, which is pretty cool. There's no limitations on, you know, like how many views you get or whatever. It's You can download as much as you want and use it however you want, whether it's for personal, YouTube, business. It doesn't matter. If you want to loop it, cut it in half, you know, all that good stuff. The one that's $15.99 a month, that's only good for 500,000 views. So I don't think I would have to worry about that anytime soon. But it's only good, in my understanding, it's only good for YouTube. And it may only be good for personal use. Now, if you want to go to, let's see, that's 500,000 views. So you go to 5 million views, then you're going to pay $30 a month. So $15 a month times 12. You know, what's that? 150 plus 30, $180 a year. Well, if you get to the point to where all your videos are getting more than 500,000 views, which is possible, and then all of a sudden now you have to pay $30 a month, well, that's $360 a year. And then if you get to where you get more than 5 million views, all of a sudden you're paying $150 a month. So, and that would be for unlimited views. And then finding a video that is kind of like a complete tutorial for the whole process, I haven't found it. I haven't found somebody that would compare even the top 3 music. They'll say, well, these are good places to get music from, and that's it. And you'll find somebody that might tell you how to put a music track in your editing. Or you may find someone that did a video on how to download the music, right? But they did the video on how to download it for YouTube. You know, well, I'm not editing in YouTube. I'm editing on my computer with an editor program, you know? So trying to find a video that has all that wrapped into one, I haven't been able to find one yet, but I'm still looking when I can. Car Mechanic Simulator. So what is that game about? I mean, do you build the motors? Like, do you have to worry about like the size of the pistons or boring stuff out? I mean, what's I want to say I saw somebody play for a little bit, and they were washing a vehicle, a van or something. You do know I've been streaming it. You've been streaming Car Mechanic Simulator? I didn't know that, Aiden. I know you were doing BMG, right? Cool. If I can remember, when I have the time, I'm not doing anything. I will go check out one of your videos on that and see. Um, I know I'm not the only one that's in this boat. You get 20 people you subscribe to, and even if you're not subscribed to 20 people, when you see their videos pop up, you try and watch them. Um, Most of the content that I watch is either Farming Simulator, uh, American Truck Simulator, or it's real farming stuff. Now, I could sit here all day long and watch those videos. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? I could watch videos all day long and not see that everything put out, and it's it's unfortunate because I don't sit here and just watch 5 minutes and then walk away. If if I'm in the middle of doing something, and it'll be playing in the background. No, I have not. Yeah. Um, no, I have not. Some funny bone. So it's just like yesterday. Bruce was streaming. Um, I had things that I was working on. I went in there for a little bit. I just didn't have time to sit there and just watch his video nonstop. Um, I think I was active for a few minutes chatting, and then I went kind of like what everybody says, a lurking. It wasn't really lurking, but it was playing in the background. I was listening to it and trying to do my thing, but at the same time, I needed to free up the computer screen so that I could open up another program and do everything I needed to do. And I wouldn't expect anything less of other people watching my stuff. You know, it's there's too many. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? There's too many people that have good content out there, and I can't watch it all. So it's just like, if I'm not mistaken, Bruce is going to be doing Call of Duty today. Um, I may watch part of that because I kind of like Call of Duty, but I got to redo that video because I lost all my process that I made in editing. So what do? You can't procrastinate it. You got to improve. Still got to put content out. Doing good, Ronnie. As good as I can be. So, how did y'all like the 50 mods that come out today, or however many it was? There's a couple of the ones that I'm kind of interested in. Yeah, some Warzone. Yeah, good old Warzone. I would just be running and gunning and dying about 100 times every 20 minutes. That's how I play Call of Duty. And what do y'all think about crossplay for FS22? Yeah, so today I was working on it this morning. I was actually proud of it. Uh, it's still not quite to the point that I want as far as the mixture between trucking and farming. At least this video was kind of half and half, but I was able to put music in it, and I was able to, where I put the music in, I was able to cut the music from like my video clips out, which that was an improvement for me, so that they don't interfere with each other. And I was getting ready to put the title and the thumbnail in, and my game froze, or the program froze, which I had been running it probably for about 4 hours, so it doesn't surprise me. I have all the video clips. I didn't lose them because they, of course, they were recorded previous to me going into the editor. But the actual editing process is what I lost. So now I have to decide whether I'm going to redo what I did and just kind of save every 15 or 20 minutes, something like that, or if I'm just going to re-record it and try and work on the balance between the trucking and the farming. I think for me, I would be happy with like 25% trucking and like 75% farming kind of stuff. %. So we need to figure out. I need to figure out where we're going to take that. That crossplay is terrible. They haven't really thought about it, as you got 3-party mods. If you're on console, how you supposed to join that? So it's just like it would be with PC or with any other game, or I'm not going to say any other game, but like SnowRunner or something like that. Okay. You're not going to be able to play with third-party mods if you're on console. It's just not going to happen. And I don't think that somebody on console, a comment was made about being able to rent servers if you're on console. I've never seen a server service on console. You'd have to have PC in order to run the server, if I'm not mistaken. So you're already on PC, why would you be doing it on console? Now, if somebody is hosting a server that's on PC, I think somebody on console could play. I just don't know that much about that part of it. But yeah, if you're on console, you're not going to be able to use King's mods. If you don't have the mods that the host have, you're not going to be able to play with them. That's just all there is to it. It's kind of like Farmer Cop when he does his Let's Play or whatever multiplayer stuff. If I'm not mistaken, Farmer Cop does it with only a couple mods so that everybody has a chance to, the more people have a chance to being able to play. So if you want to play with people on console, the best way to do it. I was on ATS today. Cool, Ronnie. That that means if people can't use third-party mods, then people aren't going to download mods. So what I would do if I'm going to play multiplayer with somebody that's on console, okay, then I'm going to download mods off of the console, or I'm going to let the person on the console host it. I know that's what I'm saying, Bruce. Mods on those websites will be useless. Well, they're not going to be useless if everybody you're playing with is on PC and they're willing to download those mods. It's no different than playing on a server right now, right? I went and played on Trucker Matsy's server. Where it's going to be useless is if somebody is on console wanting to play with somebody that has used those mods. They're just going to... I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Aiden. I don't think it's going to be useless. You just have to work together and be like, hey, this is what we have to work with. At least you're going to have an opportunity to play with somebody that's on a different system than what you are. My problem with crossplay is that, or with multiplayer in general, if I go do a crossplay game with somebody, it's not going to do any good to try and have it as a ongoing thing. And this is what I ran in with Trucker Matsy's server, was that the... How do I say this? When I got on there to play, I was the only one playing. And then the mods that he had, I didn't have a problem with them, but there was guys that were making millions of dollars in a day, and I didn't have a clue how they were doing it. Yeah, you'll have the option to download it unless it's a mod like... You're going to have PC mods that they're not going to be able to have on console that you can get off the mod hub. How are they going to deal with that? Well, let's not talk about third-party mods. Let's talk about mods that are on the mod hub, PC versus console. That's what I'm at. That's what I'm curious about. Third party mods, it wouldn't be no different than something that's only available on PC. And one that I know of right off the bat is the Bigfoot truck. Console has a version of it that doesn't say Bigfoot. Well, we've got that one, but we also have the one that says Bigfoot. It's going to be the same as it is now. If the mods don't match up, then you can't join the server, right? Hey, that's the way I take it. It's not just third party mods. It's any mod, period. If you can't download what somebody else has, you can't play them. You can't play with them. All right, which way do I need to go? This is going to be hard. There. North Mill. Let's take a chance and go left. I'm probably going to end up going through a mountain, up all over the mountain and stuff. Basically, Giants are going to have through their website servers for console. Yeah. That you can rent. Yeah, but how are you going to be able to rent them if you're on console? That's what I'm curious about. I've never seen that be a thing before with any game. And there may be a game that does it. I've just never played that particular game. They did a blog today about it. Okay. Cool. I will have to check it out. I just felt like cutting through here. Thought it'd be a cool move. I think I went the wrong direction when I left. If I'd come out of my farm, I should have took a left. I did like but that's my opinion on crossplay. I'm not saying that they haven't thought about certain mods. Plus, that means you're gonna get more sauce. You're gonna get more sausage T-roll as well. So I don't understand the sausage T-roll. I'm not familiar with that phrase. Minecraft, you can rent servers on. See, I don't play Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft, so that's just the trolls. So okay, gotcha. I got you with that now. Um, I didn't know. I didn't know on console that you could rent servers. So that's cool. So let me ask you this: if you can rent a server on console, right? Um, like on Xbox and PlayStation, you have like the gift cards that are worth money or whatever. Instead of using like a debit or credit card, right? Can you rent the consoles can you rent the servers that way? I think it's a cool feature, and if you're cross playing, then those on each type of platforms will already be willing to work with each other. Yeah. So here's the only the only way that I could see playing on a server that I would be okay with. Let's say Bruce is streaming, okay, and he's doing let's just say he's doing Lone Oak, right? And we come into his stream and he offers, hey, anybody wants to come in and play, you're more than welcome to. I could go in and help him on his farm, but to me, I would have The problem I ran into with being on another person's server and trying to do my own farm is that they had the settings to where weeds was a thing. They had it where crop destruction was a thing. They had it where uh, what was the other one? Wilter. You like your plants, would die or whatever. So you go in and you do your farm and you put all that work into it, and then you have to leave. Time still runs, and not only that, but they come in and run the time up forward, and you've lost all your crops and stuff. I don't think it's a hardship. I think that it's um, how do you say it? Lagnation is going to be a problem if it's not sorted out. So they've already said that they're going to tax before they ever talked about crossplay. That they were going to. It was basically going to max out like the Xbox One and the PS4. Even on ATS requires you have the same DLCs. On ATS you can't have the same DLCs. Well, yeah, no, not now. In Convoy it doesn't matter. Uh, they fixed that, didn't they, Bruce? Even on ATS requires you have the same DLCs. No. Who was it we was playing with the other night that didn't have the why somebody didn't have one of the was it Utah? There was somebody we was playing with that didn't have one of the states. The server should fix the issue with the lag, Ada. But they said before they went, and this was like at the beginning part of SS22. Um, when they, the GameCon and stuff like that. Um, the Yeah, Bruce, you didn't have Wyoming at the part at that one point, and we was able to play together, right? I know there for a couple of days that we weren't able to. Yeah, and then it changed, and all of a sudden now, there was no DLC restrictions if I go in there now. Crossplay's a no go for me. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, Aiden. I don't know if it'll be a go or no go for me. I don't know. So what I'm saying is that they're going to max out the. They said that the Xbox One S and the PS4, that those systems are going to be like tacked out, right? That the the new Xboxes and the PS5s are going to do better with being able to run the game. So the multiplayer, especially if someone on PC is running a server that can have 16 people, PS4 and the Xbox One they're going to be lag city. For even worse, I can't imagine 16 people and somebody being on console trying to. Yeah, that's going to be something else. Hope they gave US based servers. Yeah, I do too. Well, you would think that with Kermit being in the US, hopefully US servers would be a thing. Anyway, the John Deere tractor with the tanks on the front of it. I might try and see if I can't find a use for that. I was trying to think if there was another mod. Um, that homemade trailer could be an option for me. And then a couple of days ago, they were talking about custom modding's trailer, and they will be open 24 hours a day. Yep. Yeah, the servers don't stop. The DJ Gohan was talking about custom modding's trailer. There is a lowboy trailer that they're working on that is going to be on FS19, and this is for all platforms. It's going to be on FS19 and FS22, and on top of that, they're going to have the same trailer on ATS. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to that mod coming out. I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah. So it's basically going to be like, and I actually used it today in the one game where I lost. I had issues with one of the trailers. So I had to delete it, and then I ended up using this one. So you see where it says short and long? So it bends in the middle right there. If you look up underneath, there's right there where it says Fontaine. There's a pin on the left hand side of Fontaine, and there's a pin on the right hand side. So that front piece folds up and it makes it shorter. That's what's going to happen with the one that they're doing. And what was funny, I had it hooked to the front pin, and when I was checking it out, I folded it while it was hooked up, and it stayed hooked up. I was like, well, that's yeah. So then I just, like I unattached from it, backed up a little bit, and hooked up to the other pin, and it was fine. I'm not going to continue in the debate. As I said, it only my opinion on crossplay. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a debate. I was just curious what everybody thought about it. And yeah, we don't need to beat it. We don't need to beat it to death. It's not going to be for everybody. So, $222,000. I still got 780 to go. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's see. We got to do need some random questions. I'm trying to think. There's some of the tractor mods I think I might would be interested in using that came out today. I'm still waiting on that on custom modding to do that early bird riser that's going to be, what is it, 24 rows. I'm gonna hire a driver to go down this road for me. So Bruce, you keep up with Call of Duty? Oh man, you know what? Look at this. Hold on. I got that on top chat and it's supposed to be on live. Okay. Got that fixed. I'll catch that part when I come back through. I don't like that angle. So I'm curious, is there a new Call of Duty coming out this year? Like like do you do you know if there's a new Call of Duty coming out? Like, do you pay attention to Call of Duty as far as like news and anything like that? You know, keep up to I don't know. Do you stay up to date with the information on it? I know new season just started. Yeah. Yes, Vanguard. So Call of Duty Vanguard. Okay. I don't think I'll buy it because I'm buying FS22, but maybe later on if I see some good what do you call it, gameplay on it or something. If it chooses to be a World War II. World War II. Is that, are they remaking World War II? Is that what Vanguard is? I was actually thinking about the other day. Yes, it's World War II based on they're going to make a new Warzone map as well. Oh, right on. Now the war zone is like, that's kind of like Fortnite, right? Where big map and everybody's fighting against each other or something like that. Not remaking totally new game. I got you. Tired me a driver. I'm not going to continuously do it, but it looks fun. Upgrading weapons and bullet calipers. Yeah, that'd be cool. Upgrading bullet calipers would definitely be neat. I thought about the other day, I was doing like a throwback Tuesday or a throwback Thursday or something like that, and going and playing Infinite Warfare zombies, and then maybe also um, what was it, Black Ops 4. I liked a couple of the maps on there also, but I'm more of a zombies player with Call of Duty. If we're playing, like if I'm playing with zombies with a couple of people and they're like, "Hey, let's go do some multiplayer," I'll be like, "Oh, okay," you know. I'm not against playing multiplayer. Um, I'm just not good at it. No, I like playing the zombies, but I just wonder. I wonder if I could still remember how to do the Easter eggs on zombies. Oh, come on! I didn't hit the X. There we go. There we go. We used to go in. There was a couple of us. We used to play together on Infinite Warfare. We used to go in and do the Easter egg for people. You get in there and people would want to play like as Willard Wyler or the Hoff, Kevin Smith. Depending on which map you were on. There was like a different character that you could unlock, and they'd ask us if we knew how to do the Easter eggs. Like, yeah. And the zombies in Spaceland, we would do, if we got lucky, we could do it on round 6, have it done. Round 7, if you had a clown round. Sometimes you wouldn't get a clown round. Um, we could get it done on wave 6 or round 6, whatever. Uh, I want to say, if you knew what you were doing, what was the second map? Rave in the Redwoods. You could do the Easter egg, I think, on wave 1, maybe wave 2. And then Shaolin Shuffle. I think you could get it done like on wave 5 or 6. Well, since it's Warzone, it's free, so we will be doing Plunder, 4-man teams. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about Warzone, but we're gonna go here in a little while. We're gonna go pick up a pizza, and we should be back before 4 o'clock. So I'll check it out. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to try and work on redoing that episode until later. but I wanna test something out with it. Oh, I forgot I have crop destruction on. Warzone. And then with Black Ops 4 with the zombies on there, it was it was just about how many waves, could we go? We did a couple of the Easter eggs, but it was when we were playing that, it was always more about how long could we last. Which to me, that's always fun too. Okay, need to go do a few things before stream. Yeah, Bruce, have a good one. I will see you in there. Um, I'm probably going to finish up this field right here, sell what I got, and take the old wifey and go get some pizza. Might even get some cheese sticks while we're at it. Stop by Walmart, get a couple cans of pineapple to dump on there. Yeah. Hey, Ronnie, you still in here? Later, Bruce. Ronnie. So, not more pineapple. Hey, now she's joking around about the pineapple. Um, Ronnie, on ATS, are you still using the mod for the extra XP and money? Yes. So, how much money do you have built up now? Just curious. If you don't know, that's okay. 120 million. Oh, that ain't nothing. Okay, I was just curious. I need to get on there and do the. I need to do the fuel edits on all my trucks, but I hadn't. I keep forgetting. Excuse me, over here yawning. Yeah, I did that. I did that one time, and I ended up, which I was already like, I don't know, level four, maybe five, something like that. And I ended up doing a special transport. Right, it was like one of them big, real big jobs where you get the police escort, and I made. Um, I can't remember what the first number was, but I know it was like $2 or $3 quadrillion. It was insane. So I already had like a couple points. Um, like long haul, and I think I had one on high dollar cargo or high value cargo, something like that. So we need a fishing rod mod where we can go over there on the bank of the river and just sit there and fish. Whether you catch anything or not, just to be able to cast and like put a float out in the water and reel it in. I think that'd be cool. I think that would be neat. Yeah. I saw somebody did a video on a fishing map. So I didn't really watch it, but I saw the thumbnail for it. I would hate to. I'd hate to see how bad I would do on the zombie maps now, because I ain't played them in so long. But it would be. I think it'd be fun. Maybe that's something I could do tonight. I'll hop on the Xbox and stream a little bit of Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 4. There was a room that we used to get up into and kill everything. If you stayed in this one area, it was on a map that had was it tagged or toting or something like that. Had the big boat. If you got up in the top level of the boat, there was kind of like the control room or whatever. If you stayed inside that room, the zombies only came through one window. They wouldn't come out from underneath. They wouldn't come through the side doors or anything like that. They would only come through this one window. So you just sit there and just plow them down as they were coming through it. And then what was there was one map that was fun to play, the prison. Always enjoyed that map. And then they had a map that was what was it called? Newtown. It was kind of like a redo of Newtown, but it was bigger, and you could go down underneath the houses and stuff. That map was okay. Hey, can we sell it right here? Let's see. Let's just see. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. That's a silo. That's not good. Well, let's get it back. We'll go sell it somewhere. Alright, so we're right there. Fenton Dairy, BGA, Port. Well, let's take it up to Port. Just because. What is up with that? Port. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that's right. Okay. We'll just run up here and sell it. Da, da, da. Hey, let me ask y'all something. Which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my own thing anyway. But I'm just curious. So, I'm playing on Oklahoma for my video series. Now, Oklahoma's got good cattle places on it, but West Texas has got that real big cow farm. Dairy. I don't know that I would call it a farm. It's a huge cow facility. Would be more what I would describe it as. Um, so my next episode, not the one that I'm trying to get worked out right now, but like episode 4, I plan on taking and going to that map to buy my cattle. Let me get rid of this green thing real quick. Okay. So I thought about going to West Texas to buy my cattle. Like go down there and pick a load of them up and bring them back. So I was going to use F11 to get the West Texas map set up. Now, I'm not going to use it like that on Oklahoma. But do you think that it would be okay to do that, to set up another map, to go and pick up a delivery on or something? I'm just curious how y'all, what y'all might think about that. I'm driving on the walkway. That's not part of the road. Would that be acceptable? So the dairy farm on West Texas is, it has 10 cow pens. I think it's 10. It may be 12 that are right there together, but I think it's 10. And I want to say each one of them holds 200 cows. Now, if you put 200 cows in there, you're not going to have 200 of them show up on the screen, right? If you put, I think, like maybe 10 or 15 in each pen, from a visual standpoint, it's not going to look any different than if you had 200 in there. So the only thing that I would need is whatever pen that I'm pulling the cows from. It would have to have enough in it to fill up whatever truck I'm using or trailer. And then like I don't know, I'd want to have a couple of like maybe a truck and cow trailer sitting there, uh, either a front loader or skid steer or something like that. You know that you could it would give off the impression that they use that to clean up the manure. Um, Maybe a tanker truck for like hauling milk. You know, you'd want to have some kind of equipment set up right there. Plus, you got to have the money to buy the dairy farm to be able to do that. And it's just just goofing off for the video. One touch that I'd like to have is like I'd have to go in and like kind of scope out the area because it's been a while since I played on that map. Um, but I like little touches like you go by a field and you'll see a tractor out there working. You know, you could go in and set up something on you could set a tractor up on either a hired driver or like a course, you know. Um, so like as you pass by, you see something working in the field. I always thought that was, I think that's a nice little touch. But or uh, you actually drive by a farm that has horses in a horse pen or something. You know, so you go in and set the map up like that. And I think with West Texas, I'm not going to use ATS because it's just right there. It's right there next to Oklahoma. But I'm not sure. I might redo it. I actually think that would be a cool one to. You start out in Oklahoma. You take your truck and you kind of drive that way, um, and you just keep it in farm sim and don't even use ATS for that one. I think that would be a good idea. That might be something. I might set up West Texas while Bruce is streaming. %. Come on, you can make it. You can make it to the end of the row. You can do it. And then I downloaded. What was it? I didn't download it. I brought it out of the folder. Uh, Hazard County. I want to think about that one. Take a load. Um, I was gonna take a load to Hazard County. That's in Georgia. But I'm thinking about deleting that map and re-downloading it because I don't have the General Lee anymore. I think it'd be cool to go by, stop at a gas station or something, and General Lee be parking there, be sitting there. Thought that would be neat. Good afternoon, Farmer J Dub. How are you doing? Alright, this is the last load. Wheat. Yeah, I need to find a map that already has some production built into it. Um, I think that would be cool. I thought about Susquehanna River Valley, but I don't know if that's a real place or not. Cause and wait a minute, not Susquehanna River Valley, Yukon River Valley. So I think the Yukon River is a real place, but that map, because of how big it is, you would driving across the map, you definitely have to cut it up or do time lapse or something. But you got so much stuff on that map that could be done. Got the day off now. Planned power outage in town. Planned power. Why would they? Okay, so did they give y'all a reason for why they would do it? I mean, I could come up with reasons, but got the day off now. Having to update power towers or bury lines or stuff like that. That's going to be good timing because that brings it down to about the sleeping time. I worked at a plant that used to be bad about when a storm would come through, the power getting knocked out. And I think we had to sit there. Whoops, wrong field. We had to sit there a couple of hours to see if the power came back on. And if it didn't come back on with like in 2 hours, and sometimes it wouldn't even be that long, but they would send us home because they're not going to pay for us to sit around and not do anything. And then they came through and they buried the power lines, right? And when after they did that, they kept quit having power outage problems at the plant. Those were always some good times. New lines going in at the hydroelectric dam. Oh, right on. Used to go, used to go fishing at a dam. Um, Down below the dam, there was an embankment that they actually took and they made a walkway to get down next to the water, and they poured concrete over the embankment so that uh, you weren't people weren't slipping and sliding and risking falling into the water, I guess. But they took and what was it? They did something. Oh, they put a handrail up so people could go down there. You could go down there and you could fish off of the embankment and lean up. You could rest your poles on that handrail, or you could lean up against it. And but there was always, it seemed like, real big channel catfish, channel cats, flatheads, up there near the dam. They were chasing the shad, is my understanding. The shad would go up because of the water, the flowing water and whatnot, and the catfish would chase them up there. It was a real good place to go. And then especially like on Friday and Saturday nights, they would cut the dam off at midnight, and then usually about just a few minutes later, the bubbles would quit coming up. When they cut the dam off, there was a whole bunch of bubbles that came up. When those bubbles quit rising, it was like the current went away, and the whole lake looked like it was a pond. The water would just be still, you know. And then that was a real good time. You had about a 2 hour window to catch the real big cats at that point. All right, where are we at? We are growth. So it's not ready yet. It's still growing. What's 3? Remove tops. Potatoes? Yeah, I don't think I want to. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. Field 8 looks like it's. Field 8's just grass or something. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get the money. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream there. Wife and I are gonna go pick up some pizza, and yeah, if you're in Bruce's stream, I will see you there after a little while. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We got Farmer J Dub, Ronnie Johnson, Johansson, Aiden, Bruce, Harley was in here. Let me scroll up the list here. Um, yeah, Ronnie and Bruce, Aiden again. Funny Bone was in here. Julia, she brought her puppies over here. I bet they peed on a tire while they was in here too. Uh, mm-hmm. I bet you that's what. I bet they did. Let's see who else. Bobby Odell. Bobby O. No way. Bobby Odell left. Is that who I think that is? I'll have to go look. I think that's somebody I know. That might be somebody I played with on Infinite Warfare. And then that would be a strange coincidence if it is. Funny Bone Harley. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Y'all have a good one. And we will catch you on the... it's illegal to fish within skim of the outflow of the dam or other river mouths. So where do you live, Farmer J-Dub? So we did it in it was in North Carolina. All right. The name of the dam, it was Tuckertown Reservoir, and it's where it's Tuckertown Reservoir led into, what's the name of that lake? Baden Lake. Okay. So I don't know what it means to fish within skim of the outflow. So we would be down there fishing, and you would almost always see some Mexicans come down there, and we're not going anywhere with that. It's just, this is the way it was. You would see them come down there. Some of them would use like 20-ounce bottles, and they would wrap fishing line around the bottle, and they would hold the line and kind of like twirl it in their hand. They'd have like a hook with a worm on it or something, and they turn the bottle sideways, and they throw their line out in the water, and it would come unraveled, and and that's how they fish. And they would sit there and hold the line and wrap it around the bottle, was how they reeled it in. And then some of them would have fishing poles, and there was a particular corner that they used to stand in, and they'd do what they call snagging, where they would move their pole up and down. Like, they weren't really fishing. They were trying to just foul hook, they would snag the fish. Now, game wardens, they'd work in teams up there. Somebody would be across the river with binoculars, and BC, Canada. Okay, I got you. So a game warden would be across the river with binoculars, watching for people doing that. And then there would be one up in the parking lot where we parked, up at the top of the dam, and what we had to walk down. So they would radio to each other and be like, yeah, you need to go get the guy, and he's got on a black ball cap with a blue t-shirt, or whatever. And they would walk right up to him, and of course, when they saw the game warden coming, they'd sit there and act like, they weren't doing anything, or whatever. So again, and they've already scoped them out and knew what they were doing. Give them a ticket, take their fishing license, whatever the case may be, and go on about their day. But we were right there. When the water was flowing, you could feel the mist coming off, like how it kind of splashes at the bottom, and sometimes if the dams were opened up pretty good, it almost it kind of reminded me of like Niagara Falls, how the water would come down and would splash up, and you got this big mist being created. It was pretty cool. But yeah, we were right there at the bottom of the dam fishing. So as long as you stayed within the law, the limits of the law as far as fishing, you didn't have anything to worry about. It wasn't there it wasn't. It's not illegal. Um, yeah. So anyway, you guys have a good one, and thanks again for stopping by.